The Colorado State logo and Colorado Department of Education logo appear center screen. The video transitions to on-screen text that reads, "Support productive struggle." With the logos now at the bottom of the screen, the on-screen text transitions to new text that reads, "Effective teaching of mathematics consistently provides students, individually and collectively, with opportunities and supports to engage in productive struggle as they grapple with mathematical ideas and relationships." Principles to actions, NCTM. A teacher, Mrs. Hall, appears on camera speaking to a table of 4 students. A text graphic appears on screen that reads, "Mrs. Hall's 6th grade class, Colorado Springs, Colorado." The text graphic slides away.
So they're also working on 8. If y'all want to collaborate on 8, they got the answer neither. I'd be interested to see if y'all got something different and if you could come to an agreement.
Mrs. Hall leaves and the students discuss the problem shown on a computer.
For May's expression, it has parentheses, which shows that it's negative, so those would be the anchors.
A screenshot of the problem slides into view. The problem shows a submarine inside a graph with a -2 sign in front of it. The problem also reads, "Submarine challenge." The table shows the submarine's starting position and the action that will change its positions. What will be the submarine's final position? The problem has options for the students to input their answers and a button that reads "Check my work." The actions currently read "Add 3 floats, remove 5 anchors." The screenshot of the problem slides away.
But you wouldn't subtract the anchors so it would go down. You would basically kind of
The students are seen looking at the computer.
remove them, but you would go up because you're adding.
Yeah, you're adding floats.
Yeah. So they're both neither.
It's neither.
Did you guys also got neither?
Mrs. Hall walks up to the table of students with another student.
I'm sending a spy to come help. So let's talk about what answer this table got versus what y'all got.
Okay.
Sawyer, I'm going to bring another spy over.
Another student walks over to the teacher and the group. He stands in front of the table of students. A text graphic appears on screen that reads, "Why might the teacher have one student work with another?" The text graphic slides away.
Your group has my. Their group has both. Can we come to an agreement on which one it should be?
A text graphic of the equation appears on screen as the student reads it.
Crow's expression is -2 plus 3 minus 5. -2 plus 3 is 1.
Yeah. We got that.
We got 1. 1 minus 5 is -4. But my expression, it would be -2 plus 3, so 1. We have 1 minus -5. One of the negative signs hatches on to the other one and it makes a plus sign. So you're left with 1 plus 5. 1 plus 5 equals 6. Similar equations, different answers.
The text graphic of the equation disappears.
Then wouldn't it be Crow's answer? Because if we start at -2, add 3 floats, and remove 5 anchors, it would be -4.
It would be May's because it says add 3 floats and remove 5 anchors, which shows the expression for the action.
6 students stand around the table looking at the submarine problem on their computers as they discuss it.
For every anchor you remove, the submarine would move up because the anchors give a downforce.
So Crow is subtracting the anchors, but when you remove the anchors, it adds more, it makes you go up more. And so that's what I wrote. Crow's will make it go back down, but mine's will make it go up more to where
Minus 5 and minus -5 are two very different things.
So what do you think the final answer is?
Wait, wouldn't minus -5 mean it goes up?
The final answer is 6.
Okay, that makes sense.
The video transitions to on-screen text that reads, "What did the teacher do to establish a classroom culture where students collaborate and grapple with ideas?" 2 students are sitting across from each other at a table with their textbooks open and note cards spread out on the table. The teacher, Mrs. Glickman, walks up and sits next to them. A text graphic appears on screen that reads, "Mrs. Glickman's 7th grade class, Colorado Springs, Colorado." The text graphic slides away.
Would you guys decide on number 5?
We said yes, because wouldn't you multiply outside of these and then you would multiply the exponents so it'd 3 to the 8th power, and then
The student points to the problem in a textbook as she discusses it with the teacher.
you add these since it's just multiplying regularly.
How do you know that?
Because this one, since it's inside the parentheses, you do only the exponent times that.
Why do we times here versus adding here?
Because when it's like in parentheses, like in a equation or expression, when it's in parentheses, you multiply them.
Why?
Because it's like representing. Wouldn't it be like 3
The students and teacher write out their problems with markers on the table.
to the 4th power times 2? But this is just 3 to the 5th power times 3 to the 3rd power.
What does this 2 mean?
The 2nd power of 3 to the 4th power.
So how many 3/4? 3 to the power of 4s are there?
There's 2. Wait, no, there's, yeah, oh.
A text graphic appears on screen that reads, "Why does the teacher continue asking how and why?" The text graphic slides away.
So 3 to the 4th times 3 to the 4th, right?
Oh, so then it would, I see.
So then what do you see?
Now that it's in this like format, this is when you would add it and then get 3/8.
The video transitions to on-screen text that reads, "What is the value of productive struggle? When is the struggle too much or not enough?" The video transitions to the Colorado State logo and the Colorado Department of Education logo.